to now. Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the American Airlines Center for today's celebration of the 2010-2011 NBA champions, your Dallas Mavericks. In his third season from the University of Oklahoma, assistant coach Terry Stotts. In his third season from the University of Kentucky, assistant coach Dwayne Casey. In his third season from Fayetteville State, assistant coach Darryl Armstrong. In his seventh season from the University of Toledo, assistant coach Monty Mathis. In his eighth season from the University of Wisconsin, assistant coach, strength and conditioning coach Robert Hackett. In his seventh season from Arizona State and the University of West Virginia, athletic trainer Casey Smith. In his seventh season from San Diego State University, assistant trainer Dion Calhoun. In his second season from Purdue University, head video coordinator and scout Mike Shedd. In his 10th season from Southern Illinois, sports psychology consultant Don Kalkstein. In his 10th season from Simon Fraser University, your equipment manager Al Whitley. In his 13th season from Wheaton College, general manager and president of basketball operations Donnie Nelson. In his 31st season from Oklahoma City University, assistant general manager Keith Grant. In his third season from the University of Virginia, your head coach, Rick Carlisle. And now, your 2010-2011 Dallas Mavericks. At guard, now in his second season from South Florida, number 20, Dominique Jones. At forward, in his fourth season from Florida, number 13, Corey Brewer. At guard in his second season from Puerto Pietra, Guadalupe, number 3, Rodrigue Beauvoir. At forward in his 16th season from Belgrade, Serbia, number 16, Peja Stojakovic. At center in his third season from Rouen, France, number 28, Jan Mahinmi. At forward forward in his 9th season and smelling so good from Yukon, number 4, Caron Butler. At forward in his 11th season from Purdue, number 35, Brian Cardinal. At center in his 10th season from North Carolina, number 33, Brandon Haywood. At guard in his 11th season from Washington Union, number 92, Deshaun Stevenson. At guard in his 5th season from Northeastern, numero 11, J.J. Bonilla. At forward in his 12th season from UNLV, numeral 0, the Matrix, Sean Marion. At center in his 10th season from Dominguez, number 6, Tyson Chandler. At guard in his 12th season from Arizona, number 31, Jason Eugene the Jet Terry. At guard in his 17th season from California, number 2, Jason Kidd. At forward in his 13th season from the G, Würzburg, Germany, the 2011 NBA Finals MP, number 41, Dirk Nowitzki. In his 11th season from Indiana University, the owner of your Dallas Mavericks, Mark Cuban.
The champ is here. 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 The champ is here.
And please welcome to the stage today's co-masters of ceremonies, the television voice of your Mavericks, Mark Followell, and the radio voice of your Mavs, Chuck the Authority Cooperstein.
The champ is here.
Do you believe?
The champ is here. 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 The champ is here.
I think we're a little excited today, aren't we? Hi, Coop. We'll get Coop's mic on in a minute.
We get this on? How are ya? Was it worth the wait? Damn straight.
I didn't know Chuck was going to go all WWE on us. I like it. All right, welcome, everyone. We can't thank you enough for coming out to American Airlines Center today, for lining the streets of downtown Dallas for that great parade this morning, for those of you that are watching out in Victory Plaza, and for those of you that are watching at home on television. It is great to have you as part of this championship celebration. You know, there were times when people wondered about the faith and the passion of Maverick fans, but in the last 2 months, I think we can put that to rest. Because for 11 nights during this run this spring, you guys came to this building and you made it roar to life. You played your part in these men right here winning the first NBA championship for the city of Dallas. And because all of you did what you did to help these guys bring home the Larry O'Brien trophy, now your reward is to get to hear from the men who made it all possible. We're going to start by bringing up on stage Mavericks team president, Terdema Usry. T?
Thank you. I'm here for one reason. You guys are going to hear it a million times. On behalf of Mark Cuban and all the players, the bottom line is we couldn't have done this without you. I want to thank all of our season ticket holders, all of our fans, all of our corporate partners, and the Maverick staff. Thank you so much. We love you guys. Thank you.
All right, now, so settle in. A few of the guys are going to sit down and talk with Chuck Cooperstein. And we're going to start by hearing, first of all, from the head coach of the Dallas Mavericks, Rick Carlisle. Now, a few things to tell you guys about Rick. He's now just completed his 3rd season as the head coach of the Mavericks, his 9th year as an NBA head coach. He's won 60% of his games as a head coach in the NBA. That turns out to 443 wins. There are 9 coaches in NBA history who have won over 400 games and 60% of their games. And the names include Pat Riley, Red Auerbach, Casey Jones, who coached Rick in Boston, Jerry Sloan, some great names. Rick Carlisle is one of those coaches, and so now, as of Sunday night, 7 of those 9 coaches I mentioned in that list have won an NBA championship. Rick Carlisle with Chuck Cooperstein.
Well, we're sitting on the same side like we always do the interview, right? I mean, we've done this about 113 times.
That's right. That's right.
You know, you have had such great mentors in your life and great coaches, you know, Terry Holland in College of Virginia and Bill Fitch and Chuck Daly. Were you thinking of them at all during this time?
Absolutely. And before I get into answering this question, I'd like to just mention one guy that I know is out here somewhere. He's not on stage with us because that's not his personality. Coach Tim Gergerich, who came on board with us this year and did so much for us. Gerg, wherever you are, thank you. Tim is not only probably the greatest assistant coach in NBA history. He is a trusted friend, and he's a guy that helped us out a lot. So, yes, I was thinking about those guys. But I think more than anything, Chuck, I was thinking about our team and how much I've learned from these guys over 3 years. This is it's an unusual group. The level of experience is very high, and one of the things that I had to learn was when to stay out of the way and let these guys play basketball. And they proved absolutely worthy of that trust. And these guys, there's one word I can use to describe these players in this city, and that is pure class. And right now,
yep. There you go.
Right now, you're very fortunate. You're looking at the best basketball team on the planet. And also, it's very clear now that we also have in our presence the greatest basketball player on the planet, Dirk Nowitzki. MVP, MVP, MVP.
They might be able to do this for about a half an hour. You played with Larry Bird. Larry Bird's one of your best friends. We heard Larry Bird on the air yesterday on 103.3 FM ESPN saying how he was honored to be mentioned alongside Dirk. What was it like just for you to coach him from day one to where we are today?
Well, Dirk's the most unique player I've ever seen in this league in 27 years. And I think that this is, you know, he's been doing it for so long at such a high level, but in these finals, Dirk became only the 13th player. Only 13 players in NBA history have been 10-time All-Star, League MVP, and Finals MVP. So that's, you're not going to get in more exclusive company than that.
Did you want him to teach you the 1-foot fadeaway at some point?
Well, I'm going to commission Holger Gershwiner to spend time with every promising young player that there is in the world and teach him a lot of the things that he taught Dirk. He did a tremendous job, and Dirk's game is just, it's the most unique game I've ever seen.
A lot of people don't get to see you smile during the course of the year because there's so much that you have to do as a head coach. I think everybody's loving the smile and the joy that you're feeling and that everybody's feeling here. Rick, congratulations.
Well, thank you very much. It's been an honor. And the other thing I'll say is that one thing I learned early on, in this city, you never play for second place. You play to be the best. And the city of Dallas holds their champions in extremely high esteem, and these guys have earned every ounce of respect that goes with that, and I know they appreciate it, and I appreciate it. Thank you, Chuck.
Rick Carlisle, Mavericks head coach. Mark, back to you.
Next up, we're going to hear from the coach on the floor. You guys know him as Jason Kidd. "17 years in the NBA. This year, Jason Kidd became third in the NBA and made three-pointers. He's now third in the NBA in steals. Last year, he was second in the NBA in assists all time. When I think back about this playoff run, the things that Jason Kidd did were the big plays at the end of the game. A steal at the end of Game 1 against the Los Angeles Lakers. A three-pointer to give the Mavs the lead in Game 4 in overtime in Oklahoma City. At the end of the game, when a big play needed to be made, Jay Deuce was there. He is the personification of what Rick Carlisle wants out of his team, and that is resourcefulness. He's a future Hall of Famer, Jason Kidd with Chuck Cooperstein.
Wait.
Thank you.
June of 1994. You're drafted by the Mavericks. You're drafted number 2 overall. It just took you 17 years to do it here. That's all right.
This has been a great journey. I'm very thankful to, one, have these group of guys behind me, you know, take me somewhere I've never been, and that's a champion. So I want to thank my teammates. The coaching staff, Coach Carlisle was great. And again, I want to thank the fans. You guys were wonderful.
Well, you must have known that you wanted to win it here because in 2008, you basically said, I want to come to Dallas. I need to get this done in Dallas. Why did you feel like you had to get it done in Dallas?
Well, I just thought this is where it was started. And my dream came true in '94 when I was drafted by the Dallas Mavericks and Don Carter and Mrs. Carter. And I just didn't know it was going to take 17 years to win a championship. But I thought playing with the guys, Jed Terry, Dirk, you know.
Good shooters make for good assist guys, right?
I knew one thing. I could get a lot of assists by passing it to Dirk and Jet. I knew that. So that was one of the reasons. But also the owner. If you don't have a competitive owner like we do in Mark Cuban, you're not going to win anything. And so I was very happy to be a part of it.
When did you know that this was the time, that the time was now?
I still don't know. I'm still I'm still kind of floating a little bit. It just seems like, you know, a dream. As a kid growing up, you want to have this trophy, and it just doesn't seem real right now. So ask me that in about 2 more weeks.
Have a good time at the parade?
Oh, the fans were great. You guys were awesome today coming out. I think the biggest compliment is your class. You guys are first class all the way, and I just want to thank you guys for showing that today.
I know a lot of people have asked, and I guess we should ask it here now. You have 1 year left under you. You want to come back and do it again next year?
Oh, there's no doubt. Well, that question seems to get twisted because I have another year on my contract, so I plan on being back here. But we've already won this championship, so now we got to go get that next championship. So we look forward to doing it again next year.
The Hall of Famer, Jason Kidd.
Thank you.
Mark.
Everybody clap your hands. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all.
All right, guys, ladies and gentlemen, the next person we're going to hear from was acquired last summer. You guys may not remember the date. It was July 13th, 2010. Mavericks made a trade with the Charlotte Bobcats. Not a lot of people talked about it then, but they're talking about it now because that's when the Mavs got Tyson Chandler. You know, some people wondered what the Mavericks got when they made that acquisition of Tyson Chandler last summer. In the first preseason game on October the 5th here at American Airlines Center, Tyson Chandler blocked a shot, and he started doing that. I knew we had something then. I knew we had something really, really special. It was rim-rattling dunks. It was protecting the paint. It was bringing that positive energy, that infectious energy and passion that he has for basketball, the game, his teammates, all of that. All year long, he was a rock for the Dallas Mavericks. 14 points and 20 rebounds against Portland in Game 5. Game 4 against Miami, 13 points and 16 rebounds. He is the best center in Mavericks history. And he's an NBA champion, Tyson Chandler.
And Mark Followell just stole my opening line. How does it feel to be the best center in Mavericks history?
Man, I'm just happy to be a champion, to be honest with you. All that other stuff can go out the window.
You obviously came here. There were a couple of trades that almost happened over the last couple of years. One that would have sent you to Oklahoma City. One that would have sent you to Toronto. You happy the third time's the charm that you got traded?
Exactly. I'm like Jason Kidd. Third time is always the charm.
Did you know the moment you got here, the moment you got into training camp with these guys, that this is the best team that I've ever played with?
Definitely so. You know, it was 2 celebrations in the summertime, you know, when the Miami Heat signed their free agents and when I got traded here. I was in the gym by myself celebrating.
No smoke, no dancing. Just pointing at your chest and saying, I'm with the Mavericks.
Just me, I'm a Mav, baby. Me by myself.
This team was never known for its defense, but everybody knew they had to play defense, and you kept after the guys to keep playing defense. Just talk about keeping after those guys and make sure that you're keeping after yourself, too.
Yeah, you know, I get a lot of credit for, you know, bringing defense here, but if it wasn't for my teammates coming in, working hard, night after night, you know, I wouldn't get any of the accolades that I was able to accomplish this year. So I want to thank all my teammates for having an incredible year defensively and stepping up to the challenge.
So now you've won a championship. You ready to win another one?
Oh yeah, I hear they do things big in Dallas, so. So if we do it big, it can't just be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, just like your teammates all year, you talk the talk, and then you walk the walk. Congratulations, Tyson Chandler.
Thank you.
Mark.
Thanks, Tyson. All right, our next guy, this is what I would say about him, and this is what I would say about any player in the NBA who's going to step up and take a shot late in the game. If you're going to take big shots in big games, then you better think you're going to make every one of them. But you can't be afraid to miss one every once in a while. And that is what personifies the guy who's revving up the engine on the runway right now. That's Jason the Jet Terry. You know, for 7 years, Jason Terry's been here making big shots. But when it came time to make the biggest shots of his career, it was Game 4 against the Lakers, an NBA record-tying 9 three-pointers in a playoff game. And when everybody was talking about LeBron James' defense on Jason Terry, Terry backed up his words big time in the last 3 games against the Miami Heat. I'd say right now, Chuck, that he's got a city full of co-pilots who are flying high with him right now. The Jet.
About 20,000 of them.
About 20,000.
I want to know where the robe is, number one. Why don't you come up in the championship robe?
Well, 2 years ago, they thought I was crazy. When I came in the locker room, I came in the meeting. I had my robe on. I had the cigar in my mouth because I already envisioned this day. I was already preparing because since 05-06, we had to sleep with the nightmare that we lost an opportunity. But I tell you right now, and I'm a believer, God is good, and he gave us another opportunity, and we brought the trophy home.
As Marcus said, you've done a lot of things in your NBA career. You're known as a closer. You love taking the big shot, making the big shot. But these last few games, when LeBron James was trying to shut you down and you wouldn't let him shut you down, what was that like?
Well, you know what? For these 15 men behind me, I don't care who suited up in that uniform. Tim Hardaway could have came back out there. It didn't matter. It didn't matter. Nothing was going to stop us from hoisting up this trophy.
So what is it about being the closer or a closer that you love so much?
Well, you know what? If I don't close, I got to go home and answer to 4 co-pilots. And then the biggest co-pilot of them all, my wife. So that's why I always got to finish the game and seal the deal, baby.
You started your career in Atlanta. You were successful in Atlanta. You were traded to Dallas in one of the great trades in Mavericks history. One of the great trades in Mavericks history, for sure.
Atlanta.
Atlanta, I know. Well,
where is that at?
Well, it's about 730.
I'm home, baby. I'm home.
What does it mean for you? Well, you just stole my thunder. What does it mean to win it here and to do it for these people and the people that have backed you here for the last 7 years?
They always ask me, what fuels the jet? Well, you look at them right here. All these people right here. That's jet fuel, baby. All of you. 31 years we've waited. 31 years.
Just like the number on the jersey.
31 years. And it's yours. You deserve it, Mavericks. All of you.
All right, because we're the media and we were supposed to ask these things, so what do you do next?
Brad Davis, Rolando Blackman, move over, boys. There's some New Jerseys coming to town.
Congratulations, Jason Tay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Marsh.
Thanks, Jed. Nice job, Coop. Nice job, my man. All right, our next person who's coming up to talk to Chuck Cooperstein, I got to tell you, I really struggled with coming up with an introduction that I wanted to say for this guy. I didn't want to keep us here all afternoon for the introduction that he deserves, and I didn't want to embarrass him by going on and on about what I think needs to be said about him. I think you guys might get the idea of who I'm talking about.
What's his name? What's his name?
The MVP of the NBA Finals. That's who we're talking about. You know, when I was thinking about how I wanted to introduce Dirk, this is the thing I finally arrived at. All the numbers that Dirk has piled up in his career speak for themselves. They're out there on the internet. All the big shots that he's hit in his career and in the last 2 months, they're all on our DVRs at home right now. It's not about the things that you can read on NBA.com about Dirk, or it's not about the things that will be on the highlight reel of this 2011 championship. The reason we wanted it for Dirk is because of his heart, his class, his work ethic, his humility, his sense of humor, his respect for the game, his respect for people. That's why we wanted this championship for the Dallas Mavericks and for Dirk Nowitzki.
I'm looking for a bus horn for you to honk. Can we get this thing started with a bus horn for you to honk? Honk the horn on the bus? No?
No.
Where did that start? We saw this at the end of Game 6, and you went behind the stands to compose yourself. And we're seeing a lot of this here right now. It's a long way from that bullhead haircut with an earring the first time you showed up here, isn't it?
I mean, it's been an amazing ride, amazing journey. I was lucky enough to spend 13 years with the greatest fans in the NBA. Yeah, it's been a lot of ups and a lot of downs. So this is the top of the iceberg, and it feels absolutely amazing.
I don't even know where to begin to ask what the best moment of this run was, but beyond the actual winning of the game and raising the trophy, just give us something that maybe none of us got to see that made this as special as we all know it is.
Well, I think the most proud I am of the whole team, because there was everyone on this staff of these 15 people contributed at some point in a game in these playoffs. At some point, one player from the bench came in and changed the momentum of a game and changed the series that way. So I got all the respect and I'm so proud of the team.
Last summer, there were people making moves, trying to join up with other people, trying to win a championship that way. You didn't do it. You wouldn't do it. Why wouldn't you do it?
Well, I think it was pretty clear that we felt like me and Mark, by the way, who has obviously been so loyal to me for 13 years now. And I tell that story all the time. I went over to Mark's house after free agency, and he said one sentence. He said, "Hey, we're in the same boat. We're in this thing together." And ultimately, we talked. We had a great meeting. It was an emotional meeting for an hour and a half, and we agreed to give this another shot, give it another try, bring some veterans in like we have, and get it done with class. So it was amazing.
The harder the climb, the sweeter the victory, right?
Sorry?
The harder the climb, the sweeter the victory.
Yeah, it was. I mean, if you go through 13 years and keep putting the work in, to finally be on top of the world is an amazing feeling.
Beckenbauer, Boris Becker, Michael Schumacher, Dirk Nowitzki, humble guy from Würzburg, Germany. What does that feel like to be among the greatest German athletes to ever play in their respective sports?
I mean, it's surreal. I mean, even to hear those names in Germany that obviously everybody adores, it's been weird. You know, I came over here when I was 19, didn't know what to expect, had a bowl cut.
Bad earring.
Had a bad earring, I had a pink earring, so it was just a bad look, and I didn't really know. I didn't really know what to expect. So it's like I mentioned, it's been an amazing ride, and you guys have been with me every step of the way. So it feels amazing. So in a way, this is for our fans. Obviously, I want to thank the team. It's been amazing. Coach Carl and his staff was great. I think what people don't get to see, a lot of our support staff that behind us, everybody works for the Mavericks over at Taylor Street. Our staff, our trainers, our equipment managers, the doctors, and they all been a part of this. So this is all for you guys, and I love you.
Everybody knows about your work ethic. You going to take some downtime and enjoy this a little bit? Everybody knows about your work ethic. You going to take a little bit of downtime? Please?
You know, that's the funny thing. Holger, obviously everybody knows, the madman, the mad scientist. He told me before Game 6, he said, if you win tomorrow in Game 6, you're going to have one day off. So I was like... So that was my motivation to close it out in 6, so I can have a day off.
Well, the Mavericks, along with American Airlines and the country of Barbados, all our corporate sponsors, want to give you a little bit of downtime and an early birthday present. Dirk's birthday is Sunday. You all want to sing happy birthday, you can do that.
Thank you. Thank you very much, guys.
No, stay here. We're not done.
More? We got more?
No, you're not done yet.
Wow. What else is on that?
Well, just wait. But wait, there's more. A special finals most valuable player present to give to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Okay. So 20,000 people just sang you happy birthday.
That was pretty sweet.
Well, I know you made Dominic Jones sing happy birthday.
The rookie has been doing a good job.
He did a good job on his.
He did a good job singing for us all season because a rookie, every time there's a birthday, he's going to sing. So he has a phenomenal voice.
Well, anyway, the folks at American Airlines in Barbados have a special present for being the finals most valuable player to you and because you do need some downtime in your life. 200,000 miles on American Airlines and an all expenses paid trip to Barbados. Yeah. Get yourself on a beach.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
Sweet. Thank you, guys. Love you guys. Thank you.
The MVP! Mark.
We are so lucky to not only have him as the face of the Dallas Mavericks, but now the face of professional sports as we speak of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, Dirk Nowitzki. I got good news for everybody, though. We're not done. We're going to hear from everybody who was a part of this championship. All right, I got a couple of guys who need to get the mic right now. Starters in Game 6 when the Mavericks clinched the championship. He's got the championship belt. Sean Marion, the Matrix.
Where y'all want me to go? Y'all want me to sit down up here?
You can sit wherever you want. Hey, you've got a reality show coming soon.
I feel like giving a concert. What up, what up?
Well.
We are world champions. Woo. We shook up the world.
Do it again.
We shook up the world, baby.
It's everything we heard on Sunday night and Monday morning.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Hey, for you and for so many people on this team, there was so many things you had accomplished in your NBA career, but there was that one hole in the resume. So what does that mean to you? Not only to accomplish it, to be able to accomplish it with so many other guys who had such a similar goal.
Man, if you look at this roster, these guys are amazing. We go in here, we go to battle night in, night out, and it started in practice, but we're so competitive, and we go at each other necks in practice. Y'all wouldn't even believe what y'all see, how competitive we are in practice. And then we just got tired of beating up ourselves and went out there and took it upon everybody else.
Mark slept with the trophy on the plane going home, right?
Yeah.
So where are you going to take the trophy?
I'm not taking it to the bathroom. But, oh, man, I want to take it everywhere. I'm not going to take it to the bathroom, though. But man, I don't know. I'm still in awe right now. This is a blessing come true. You know, this is what we strive for. You know, and man, we all went to war out there. It was just so much fun, and y'all just showed us so much love, man. And I'm lost. I'm just in awe.
Wait a minute. Sean Marion is at a loss for words? No, come on. Yeah. All right, we can mark this day, June 16th.
And we're world champions.
We're world champions. Sean Marion.
Damn, woo. We world champions and we look good. Man, you don't get no better than that, huh? Woo. Well, I'm gonna let everybody know.
All right, we're going to talk to some of these other guys up here on stage as well. We're going to hear from everybody up here, as a matter of fact. All right, now the next guy I got a couple of questions for. This is how good his year was. Because not only is he part of an NBA champion, not only did he start the final 3 games, all Maverick victories when they wrapped up the NBA championship, but one other thing, he's dating Miss Universe. You guys know him as Jose Juan Barea. They started doing it up at Northeastern University where he went to college. Jose, 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 Jose.
I just want to say it's been a journey. It's been amazing. I'm lucky to have these fans that we got. I appreciate everything you guys do for us. I'm lucky to have my coach Rick, my coaching staff, and all my teammates that have confidence in me and make my game a lot better. And World World Championship, thank you.
JJ! Thanks, JJ. I think an interview is about to be conducted.
Hey, we didn't understand nothing you just said. Now tell us in Puerto Rican.
Okay. I was thinking about it, so ahora voy a hablarle español. Para todos los latinos, aquí en Texas y en todos los Estados Unidos, y especialmente a mis boricuas allá en la Isla del Encanto. Gracias.
Kinda dope to get in the city, hot, dope man, fresh, chain on the chest, body rock the stage, ain't a stain on me yet. Get your swag on, get your swag on.
All right, now, you guys know there was someone else who was starting during the playoffs and the NBA Finals, and we need to hear a little bit from the man who debuted the 3 goggles. Yeah, I'm talking about Deshaun Stevenson. Where you at? DC, there we go.
Soldier boy, tough. Hey, I got this new dance for y'all called the Soldier Boy.
You can stand.
You gotta punch, then crank back 3 times from left to right. Soldier Boy.
How you doing?
How are you?
I'm good.
Ask them. He wants to know how you're doing. Three goggles had 20/20 vision in the finals, didn't they?
Yeah, everything was good. You know, Jay Kidd stuck behind me, Dirk, my teammates. If it wasn't for them, I probably wouldn't be in the starting lineup. This is a great team. We all family. We put it together. We brought home a championship.
How do you like it here versus being in Washington?
How do I like it here in Washington? I love it. I love it.
Any final words for the opposition, the one that you knocked down, the one that you made sure would not take your championship away from you? So it makes any last words for the one person that you wanted to make sure wouldn't take your championship away from you?
You talking about LeBron?
Who am I talking about? Yeah!
You saw what my shirt said. We got the ring, baby.
Deshaun Stevenson. D-Steve.
All right, everybody. I want to hear from some big guys. Let's hear from some of those big guys in the middle. Came on board to the Mavericks in a trade last season. And when Tyson Chandler wasn't a rock in the middle, this guy was bringing the pain in the middle as well. How about let's hear it for B. Wood, Big Wood, Brendan Haywood. Brendan, you've had a decade in the NBA now. To reach the mountaintop and see what it was like during the parade today and the reception from the crowd here, being recognized as a champion, how does it feel?
It's great. I'm thankful for the opportunity. A lot of great players don't even get a chance to play for a championship, and the fact that I was able to win one is great, and I could have done it with a better group of guys and a better group of fans.
And everybody loved watching what you brought to the table on the floor during the finals and all throughout the playoffs. But you had a very important job, I thought, in the last minute of the game the other night, because you were keeping that guy right there from storming the floor too early, weren't you?
Definitely. I saw MC about to run on the court with about a minute left, so I made sure I put him in a nice chokehold.
All right, everybody, let's give it up for Brendan Haywood. I said we were going to talk to some big guys. Stepping up for Big Wood when he got hurt during the playoffs, right there on the end in his first year with the Mavericks and his third year in the NBA. From France, Jan Mahimi. You know what people ask me more than anything else about Jan Mahimi nowadays? What in the world are you doing during the starting lineups in the huddle right before the games? That yell's catching on now, man.
I just gonna do it right now. Let's go!
Jan, to be part of it, to be playing games in the NBA Finals, to see the reaction from this crowd, to see that parade today, what are you thinking? What are you feeling right now, man?
It's like a dream come true. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I got my family right here. It's unbelievable, you know, everything that I've been going through and being here, playing the final, winning a championship with those guys, coaches, in front of this crowd, it's unbelievable.
Well, I want to end on this. I heard Mark mention that some people were having trouble hearing you just a minute ago, but we didn't have trouble hearing you a second ago. So how does that go again?
It's unbelievable.
Your yell?
I'll do it one more time. I'm gonna do it one more time, last time. Let's go!
Dog exclusive.
Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Hey, baby.
All right, another guy that we need to hear from who is a very, very special part of this thing. He almost played in the NBA Finals because he worked his butt off in rehab to be ready to have an opportunity for his team. You want to talk about toughness? After all, his nickname is Real Tough Juice. Caron Butler.
What's up?
How you feeling, big guy?
I'm feeling good. Am I clear yet? Feeling real good.
Through your perspective, through the eyes with which you saw this playoff run, you have obviously a unique perspective on it. You're on the bench, you're with the guys on the plane, on the bus, in the meetings, in the locker room. Tell us what you saw out of these guys, how they growed, how they were able to mature.
I mean,
what did you see in this playoff run?
It was truly special. You know, watching from the time that I went down and seeing the adversity that everybody was going through, trying to get the rhythm moving forward, and everybody just stuck with it. And that was one of the main reasons why I wanted to stay with this organization. I was glad that nothing happen at the trade deadline, and they kept this thing together.
I know you were as excited as anyone when the news came down last year about the trade from Washington to Dallas.
Oh, yeah, I went from a team that was, we was working our tail off in Washington to win 22 games. So to go from that situation to come over here and just, be championship contenders, year after year, it was truly special.
And then to win a championship and then get this kind of response today?
It was unbelievable. I mean, Dallas fans, you're the best in the world. Thank you. Thank you to all my teammates for, making me a part of this and keeping me in the loop. That was truly special. Thanks to Coach Carlisle and the whole organization. Top of the line, first class, all the way.
Thanks, Karan.
Appreciate it.
All right, now the next guy we're going to hear from, there was a time that he played in a team out west in Sacramento, and he used to hit some big threes against us. But then I seem to recall on one Sunday afternoon against another team from out west named the Los Angeles Lakers, he hit some big threes for us, like 6 of them. Out of 6 attempts, Peja Stojakovic. All right, Peja, so I think everybody wants to know. There were a lot of great moments for the Mavs in the playoff run, but tell us what you were feeling, what that groove was like that day against the Lakers when you were feeling it and knocked down 6 out of 6 from long range.
Well, first of all, I never expected to play on this team, after playing against this team for so many years. I just want to thank my teammates, thank the coaching staff, thank the ownership for the opportunity they gave me this year to compete again. And it was special, playing for the championship and winning at the end. It's the best moment in my career. And I just want to thank all of you guys for your love and support. It's been an unbelievable year.
All right, before we let you go, Peja, I got some good news for you. I just got a text message. Peja, I got a congratulatory text message for you from Chris Webber. He just texted congratulations.
Thank you.
Actually, Jason Terry told me to say that. All right, now, he took care of the stage here a moment ago to make sure it was nice and clean before everybody got up here. We like to call him the custodian.
It's your boy, Baby the Ambassador. And I got Bouquet in the building. All my Dallas Mavericks fans, stand to your feet. All my Dallas Mavericks fans, put your hands up. All my Dallas Mavericks
Brian Cardinal. Throughout the years he's been here, one of the things that Rick Carlisle's always stressed is that regardless of whether or not you're playing in games consistently, you got to be ready. And you want to talk about keeping yourself ready? This guy gets thrown into the fire in the NBA Finals. He's drawing charges. He's hitting threes. He's fouling the you-know-what out of people. How'd you keep yourself ready to play on the biggest of stages, BC?
Well, first off, I'm not sure if any of those were fouls. I'm not sure. Oh, man.
No.
They were all fouls. Boy, like Paige just said, I want to thank Coach, my teammates, the support staff, the guys that helped me stay healthy, stay in shape, stay ready. It's they all had faith in me, and when Coach put me out there, it was an unbelievable experience, great ride, and you have to stay ready for opportunities. A lot of people start to work when the opportunity presents itself, and the opportunity will then pass you by. And my motto has always been to stay ready, stay healthy, stay hungry for when that opportunity came, and it did, and I was ready to go, and it was exciting.
We got one more guy, Coop, that we're going to need to hear from. You guys do realize that there is the matter of hearing from the owner of this thing, right? You're going to come on up front. You got a front row seat, my man. Got to have the trophy with you.
Uh-oh. The champ is here. The champ is here. The champ is here. The champ is here.
Before Mark gets ready to talk to Coop, just remember, everyone, that he brought this team in January of 2000, January 4th, 2000. And he came in and he immediately turned around the culture of an organization that had struggled in NBA anonymity in the 90s. He started talking about winning and going to the playoffs. You took on the establishment. You were irreverent. You bought drinks for people at the old Mavs Club over at Union Arena. You opened up the tab on some nights. You answered emails from fans at 4 o'clock in the morning. And as the years went by, you've maintained that same level of fan accessibility. He's sat down by the bench, he's encouraged, he's cajoled, he's mellowed out a little, admittedly. You've respected the history of the franchise and those that came before you, like Mr. C, Don Carter, as we saw on Sunday night. You've written a lot of checks. A lot of checks. And most importantly, you have been the #1 Mavs fan for life over the last 11 years. So 2 things. Number 1, thanks for the most expensive, best-tasting glass of champagne I ever had in my life Sunday night. Thanks for that. And number 2, Mark has always said in the NBA, there's one team that finishes first and 29 others that tie for last. You own the one that finishes first. All right, Coop. I know you got some questions for our man, or I think he just wants to say something right now.
It's a long way from the top row at Reunion Arena, isn't it?
A long way from Reunion Arena.
And just how beautiful it is for you. Wow, you and Sean married at a Lost for Words in the same show?
Can I say one thing? I like to say one thing, and I mentioned this to our players the other day. There's a big difference in this world, in this life, between success and fulfillment. And Mark has had, obviously, unbelievable success in business, in his life, but the thing that you all must understand, for him, never mattered the cost. It was being able to bring this moment to you that has brought him this fulfillment. Right? Thank you.
I have nothing else to ask you. Your adoring public awaits you.
You know, I'll tell you guys a quick story. First, thank you. It's been 31 years for the Carters, 31 years for all of us here in Dallas, and I know it's just as special. It's just as special for each of you as it is for me. And it is so special. But I gotta tell you a story. The day I bought the team, it had not yet been announced. And so I went out with some of my friends to have an adult beverage. And I go into this bar, and I see this tall, German, goofy-looking guy. What he's doing in a bar, I have no idea. Well, I guess he's German. I should have an idea. With his bowl cut, earring. Now, I know I'm gonna be his boss the very next day. He has no idea. So I walk up to him and his buddy and I said, "Yo, let me buy you a beer." He just looks at me, shakes his head, walks away. Yeah. The next day, I walk into, we're in Baylor, right? And I'm supposed to get introduced to the team. And I walk in the door, and I walk up, and I just look at him, and he just shakes his head. And that's pretty much been our relationship for 13 years. Every guy in this stage, everybody in the arena, every Dallas Mavericks fan across the world, we've been through a lot. But my promise always is that we were going to be opportunistic and keep on fighting and doing everything possible to win. Well, guess what? We got one, and we're going to keep on trying to get more. Remember what I said? I came out here after we won the Western Conference Finals, and what did I say? Thank you. We love you, Dallas.
Well, as we wind things down this afternoon, leading up to this, I always wondered, and people asked what it would mean for this team to win a championship. And I think as we see the time that everyone's had today, the people who have made their appearances at the parade, and the people who have shown up here, the smiles on everybody's faces and the cheering, it means a heck of a lot, Chuck, to see these Dallas Mavericks as your 2011 NBA champs.
Y'all waited a long, long time for this. And you need to live it up, enjoy it, love it, and let's do it again next year.